All right, so we have two guests for you today. They are from the Instagram page at Bonded by Bravo. They also have their own podcast here with Hurrdat. Welcome, Amy and Jenna from Bonded by Bravo. Hi, guys.
Hi. So happy to be here.
So excited. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So you guys, if you're coming here from their podcast, we're going to pick up where we left off over there and continue that conversation over here. On our end, before we kind of get into like the nitty gritty Bravo, like gossip and conversation, I want you to just kind of like tell us how you guys like came about. Like, how did you guys start your Instagram page? What kind of brought you guys like into the Bravo world? Give us your backstory a little bit.
Jenna this is like Jenna's forte, so I'm going to let Jenna take this one. She tells the story so much better. And
oh, God.
Makes it sound like a fairy tale.
Honestly, it was just a lot of texting back and forth. Like, I really do think we would have stayed friends regardless, but she's in New York City. We met in Philly. We had mentioned, I think briefly on our end of the podcast, like we were working at a restaurant that was just as incestuous and drama filled as Vanderpump Rules while Vanderpump was airing, like the original season. Talked about it all the time. We were basically living it. I moved out to San Francisco about 10 years ago. It has been like, we literally were bonded by Bravo. Like a lot of our text exchanges were about that. There was like a 3-hour time gap, which was like super tricky because sometimes I was just like talking into my screen. And then one day my partner was like, you and Amy should just start a podcast. And I was like, oh my God, we should. And I kind of just like threw it out there, not expecting, I think, such a quick, like Amy immediately was like, yeah. And the next thing you know, we're buying mics and then we were recording and then we started this page and it took a little bit for it to take off. And, you know, there's still a lot of room for growth, but we feel committed to it and we love it. And honestly, what's better than Bravo? Like,
literally
love it so much.
Yeah, there's always something to talk about. There's always something. We definitely will dive into pop culture too, because Jenna, since I've known her, has been a Kardashian stan.
Yeah,
I love me some pop culture news. Don't get me started. So like we dabble with pop culture as well.
Yeah,
we also don't agree on a lot of things, which is fun. Like the people that she likes and the situation she likes are the things I shy away from and like want to crawl into a hole. Like she likes the big confrontation and the bigger personalities. I'm like, can we get like a Dr. Nicole in there? Maybe a Garcelle to like, really, you know, even it out a bit.
Well, that's good because then you get both sides, because there are people who love and live for like that messiness and like that kind of drama. And then there are people who like really kind of like the normalcy of like some of the other women. So that's great. I love the name too. So it is actually very cool that Bravo bonded you guys. So that's, I love it. That's great. And then what hooked you in Bravo? Like what was your draw into Bravo? Like where did your Bravo journey start?
Vanderpump for me, for sure.
Was it like original when it first aired?
I remember when the Real Housewives of OC aired. I think it was my senior year of high school, maybe.
Oh my God, Jenna.
I know. I'm baby.
Jesus God.
And my mom watched it. Yeah. And I watched it with her. I remember like sitting on the couch watching that premiere. And there's not a lot of things I remember that vividly. Yeah. And we watched the first season, but then I went off to college and she continued, but I didn't really. And then Vanderpump Rules pulled me right back in. I think the way that show was, when that show was airing, like I said, when I don't like, Amy, tell me if I'm exaggerating. Like we lived it.
And it's funny because like similar to Jenna, I had watched OC, I was watching New Jersey, I was watching all the Housewives. I was committed to the Housewives. Yeah. And those early years of the Housewives, and when New Jersey came out, I would say New Jersey like really got me in because being from Philly, when New Jersey got on TV, you're like, those are my aunts. That's my cousin. Yeah. Like, I know these women. I've been at those communion parties. Why's Uncle Joe fighting with Uncle Joe?
Sprinkle cookies.
Right. And the sprinkle cookies, like every Italian American in Philly is like, I can't believe she brought the sprinkle cookies.
Yeah.
Like, we got it. But I agree with Jenna, like living when the shows got a little younger, when it was, when Summer House came on and VPR, we were working in the restaurant we were working at. We actually had a producer of some show that was not even named, come up to the owners and say, like, we want to do something similar with you guys. It was like the year after. Yeah. Because it's, I think anyone that's ever worked in a restaurant.
Yes.
And, you know, this was like at the Jersey Shore time too, where Jersey Shore, another thing, being from Philly, we could all relate to Jersey Shore. So it was this mix of like Summer House was like the bougie Jersey Shore.
Yeah.
And VPR was like the bougie restaurant scene. And we were kind of living for what we could be, maybe.
Yeah. No, I love that. That is, if you've ever worked in the restaurant industry, I have as well. Like you really do like relate to that. And I kind of like on my end, like I always like watched it. Like I remember like when OC aired, and like I remember watching like, what was that show? Queer Eye, when that was like on. When Kathy Griffin.
Oh my gosh.
On the D list, and then
Kathy Griffin.
I know.
That show was so good.
I know.
What was the other one that was on? Oh, and I watched the Rachel Zoe project.
Oh, right, yeah.
So good.
All that stuff, guys, you can like literally find on Peacock. It's in the Bravo vault. So all of these shows we're talking about are still on there. But that's kind of what hooked me in. And then like watching The Housewives, and then same, like once Summer House, Southern Charm, Vanderpump Rules came in, it was like more relatable with people my age. So I was like, okay, this is really freaking cool. Like, I can relate to like what these people are like doing. But I mean, everyone has their own like Bravo journey, and so like
I know, isn't that funny?
So I love listening to. I always get jealous of people who maybe just started Vanderpump because they get to rewatch everything for the first time. And there are times where I will go back and like do a binge and like watch stuff again from the beginning. Like I just rewatched Summer House again, probably for like the fourth time.
I just started.
Oh my god!
Rewatch.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
oh my god,
a week ago. Yeah,
literally rewatching it and then like seeing like the stages of like Lindsay and Carl's relationship when they first dated, then they broke up, then they got back together, then they were engaged, then they broke up again. Like you watch it with like a whole different like
totally.
Oh yeah.
It's
Is there a show that, speaking of like our Bravo journeys, if someone, like I know that I have an answer for this, but I'll ask you guys, when someone says like, I'm thinking about like, let's say they're thinking about getting into Bravo, do you have like a gateway drug, so to speak, for that, a gateway show for them to start out to get them in?
Yeah, of course. My go-tos are always Summer House, and I always recommend watching from season 1, but if you don't want to watch season 1, I highly recommend starting at season 3 when Paige and Hannah come in. So Summer House, and then it's always Vanderpump Rules.
Okay. And what about you?
I know what yours is, Jen. I actually would say the exact same as Larry, because I think I would actually probably say Vanderpump Rules, because Stassi Schroeder is reality TV gold.
Yeah.
And the toxicity of her and Jax's relationship in season 1. Yeah. And when you think that Jax got someone pregnant in Vegas, like what? It's so good.
Wait, do you guys remember that Frank guy that she dated? Up in Vegas. He's from Buffalo.
Her. No,
he lives like he's from Buffalo, and he like apparently now works at like some used car dealership. It is so like I have no idea if that's true, but he's from here. Like it is actually very funny.
He's
the one that exploited her for that video.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. Exactly.
Such a leader.
Yeah. I would say Vanderpump and Summer House. I mean, Summer House again. Yeah. Like Lindsay and the Workus twins in season 1 of the Summer House were 2 of the craziest people you've ever seen. And the way that Bravo does it, like the way that they introed Vanderpump that first season by having Brandi Glanville, and they just introed the whole season. Brandi Glanville sit down with Sheena, who's having an affair with her husband, and then they did the same thing in Summer House. How they brought Stassi into that first episode to have Kyle be some drunk fool for them, you know.
And they did it with VPR Into the Valley.
Exactly.
Like, it really is. I love when they give us those moments. It really is it's a freaking gift.
It always is.
Jenna, what are yours?
It depends on who's asking, but normally I say Below Deck for like a nice entry into reality TV and kind of getting the gist of Bravo, like especially sort of like guys, like guy friends, and then Southern Charm. Those are my top. And I notice I've always thought that, and then the more I talk to like straight males, they seem to like really enjoy Southern Charm.
Yeah.
Which I find so fascinating. I don't know what that is. Like, they'll be like, I can't watch any of the shows except for Below Deck and Southern Charm. I'm like, that's great, because those are my two like gateway shows.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I love that. I mean,
I don't know if it's something about the broiness of like Shep and Craig that they really like kind of are like can attach to. Yeah. But I know a lot of like just straight guys that are into just Southern Charm, won't watch anything else.
Yeah, and Below Deck makes so much sense. I mean,
that's
I feel like all the guys call it the boat show.
Yeah, the boat.
It really is. It is
the boat show.
Yeah. I mean, they love it. Like they really do. Okay, so I mean, since we're kind of like on like the gist, kind of like talking about our favorites, we kind of ended on your podcast, bringing it over to here before we got to like play a little kind of like a few games.
Yeah.
So did you have like...
Oh, I have one, Larry, that me and Jenna have been working on. Well, this is one we love to ask folks. And it's a doozy if you haven't practiced. But I'm going to start with, so we usually do this or that on our show. Yeah. And then I'm going to throw one at you. Yeah. So a little bit of this or that. Are you ready for it?
Yeah, we all have to answer though. Like,
okay.
Okay.
You're like, not just me. Okay. We'll start with Larry, then Jen will go to you, and I'll end on it. Okay. Teresa or Melissa?
Melissa.
Interesting.
I love that. Okay.
Me too. Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah. Tree huggers are going to come for us.
I don't even let them. I don't even care. I'm so over her ass. Like, I just
over. I
can't do it.
The lack of accountability is like so. Jesus.
It is like I can't even. It's too much.
Okay, next one.
This is going to be a hard one because Paige or Hannah?
No.
Paige.
I can't pick. I love it. Is oh my god.
Paige is my girl.
I love Paige, but I also really freaking love Hannah.
I love
Amy's is Hannah. I know.
Oh, that's.
But I love Paige.
I know you do, but you've been a stan for Hannah for a long time, and I've like really hyped her up.
Yeah, exactly. Like like style wise, no, thank you. But like someone who I could go have drinks with, it's definitely going to be Hannah.
You're also a little bit more in that scene, like you're into the comedy stuff, the sketch stuff in New York, like that. There's a reason that she calls out to you, and I think it makes so much sense.
People always say that, like, in your friend relationship, there's always a Paige, there's always a Hannah. So, you guys literally... Jenna pretty much just said you're the Hannah, and she's the Paige.
That's so interesting.
Oh, this is tough, because I really do like them both. I'm going to go with Paige. I love her.
I knew you were going to.
I love her so
I got the vibe. Okay. Sonia or Luann?
Luann.
Sonia.
I'm gonna go Luann too.
Ooh.
Okay.
I literally we just had Sonia in your city, and she came to Buffalo, and I got to host the show, and she is an animal.
She's so I did a rewatch of Roni. When was that, Aim? Like maybe in the
I love
winter.
When you do rewatches,
and I just was blowing up Amy's phone and she's like, I'm not watching. But Sonia and Ramona, I was like, these people cannot even be produced. Like, no one can say the early seasons of Roni were produced, because these ladies, if you tried to produce Ramona or Sonia, are you kidding? It would just never go anywhere.
No. Yeah, it was. She is exactly how she is on television. Like, you couldn't make up that kind of person.
Exactly.
That's just exactly how she is. And I love it, but it was chaotic. I have to go Luann, though, because I've just been seeing Luann recently on videos, and she's just dancing to espresso, and I'm like, you're living your life.
She looks so good.
She does.
I think she was on Fire Island last weekend.
She was. Yes.
And that's an amazing outfit. Okay. OGOC or OGNY?
Oh, OG New York.
Yeah, New York for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Bluestone Manor or Dubrow Chateau?
Bluestone Manor.
For what? For the aesthetic, or for to spend time?
Oh, yeah, to spend time in.
I feel like to spend time in.
Okay, then Bluestone Manor.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the chaos of that place.
Yeah.
Okay.
The fish room or the shark room.
You
Yeah.
have to stay in the fish room. Okay. Dubrow Chateau or Villa Rosa?
Villa Rosa.
Dubrow Chateau.
Oh my God, I'm staying in Villa Rosa all day. Let those geese attack me. I don't give a shit. I'll live in a pony
I'm gonna swing on that. I want to ride on that swing. Like,
that infinity pool. Put me in there.
Like I just it's beautiful.
Oh my God. Okay.
It's like on the mountain. I think it was somebody recently. Maybe it was like a year or two ago. Like was just like driving around California, like Beverly Hills, like looking at celebrity homes. They made one wrong turn and they looked up and it was like Villa Rosa.
Oh my God.
It was insane.
I was there, when was it, Jen? Last year? And she's like in a gated. You could probably see it if you were like on one of the right cliffs. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Amy ran right into her, quite literally.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Did you really?
Like smacked into her.
Oh my God.
We were at the Polo Bar last year, Jenna and I and two friends, and we were going to leave. And we're like, we didn't see anybody when we were here. We didn't see anybody. And we're walking out. Her, Ken, and Jiggy number 5 come walking towards us. They come running towards us. And I'm like, oh my God, Jen.
Yeah.
And I just froze. And then we all squealed. And
I love that. Did you ask her for a photo?
No.
Oh my God.
They did not look like in the mood for that.
Oh yeah, no.
And I
in
don't
the moment.
feel like it was the vibe. Yeah. Okay. Erica or Dorit?
Erica, Jane.
Erica.
Erica.
Is that even a question?
Yeah, I can. And Erica's had like such a redemption. I feel like.
Dorit just ain't it for me. Okay, we'll do 2 more.
Yeah.
Better TV friendship dynamic: Witches of WeHo or Tres Amigas?
Oh, I mean, they both broke up. So.
No, they're both also
TV dynamic.
Yeah, I have to go with Tres Amigos.
I'm going Tres Amigos too.
Okay, I am going to go Witches of WeHo because of all of the fun TV they produce for me and the memories I have. I have to do 2 more.
Yeah.
Okay. Captain Lee or Captain Sandy?
Captain Lee.
Recently Captain Sandy, actually. I'm going Captain Sandy. Asked me 2 years ago, Captain Lee. Today, present day.
The stud of the sea.
I love Captain Lee.
I went to, he had like a one-man show in Vegas over BravoCon. And it was just him on stage. And he was just talking about how like Below Deck started and like his relationship with his wife and like his journey like on Bravo. And there would be like pictures on the screen and he would talk about like those moments. And I love that man. He can do no wrong.
I know we don't have time here, but I would be curious what that backstory of how Below Deck really came to be.
Yeah. Interesting. We need to get to the next BravoCon.
Literally.
And whatever they're doing now with these like Bravo.
The fan fests.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of, I feel like it's just kind of like a mini, like a one-day event with a bunch of Bravo like con kind of like style like panels or whatnot. But
okay, last one.
Go ahead.
LVP or Bethany?
Oh my God. You know what? I am going to have to go LVP. It typically would be Bethany, but I just don't like her whole, like, the way she's acting.
Just her TikTok in general.
Yeah, like I get it. You like to eat chicken salad. Like, what, like, it's just, it's insane. Her TikTok is crazy. She thinks she's a makeup influencer. She is mad because people aren't thanking her for like selling their chicken salad. It is just too much. It's like crazy.
Imagine when her daughter gets a little bit older and starts getting embarrassed because
she's already a teen.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine.
13. Imagine when she's 16 and is like, yo, mom, I get what's happening now. This is embarrassing.
Yeah.
I guess we're all LVP then.
Oh, but yeah, absolutely.
Anything.
Also, Aim, did you end up finding that video?
No.
I think they took it down. So Larry, that
everywhere.
That video you're referencing about the chicken salad at the Hamptons Market, it's not. I was trying to get Amy to see it so she could really see how unhinged. Cannot find it anywhere, not even on Reddit.
It was the craziest thing I've ever seen. She literally was so mad people were not acknowledging her when she walked
arms flaring.
Yeah, she's like, "What do you mean? I probably sold these tens of thousands of dollars worth of chicken salad for this store, and they're not even going to say hello to me." Like, I can't. Her TikTok is like literally so chaotic. I feel like a couple of years ago, maybe like 5-10 years ago, it would have been Bethany, because she really was, when she was on Roni, her like comments about people and her confessions were so fucking funny.
They were.
And she literally made a whole ass kind of like turn and like turned on the network and like all of this, and she really started doing too fucking much. Like it really was, like, it was just too much.
You think, like, if you think about it, she's what brought the snark housewife to how, like, she brought the funny, like that snarky housewife. Like there wouldn't have been the like if you think of like Paige and Paige's snarkiness, that like Bethany came so Paige could, Bethany walked so Paige could run, in that sense of like, and other housewives that have that same sort of sarcastic vibe. That was Bethany started that.
Yeah,
she did.
I totally agree.
It's almost like it got to her head a little bit.
I know.
Poor Hampton's chicken salad.
Like, literally, I know. I can't. It's too much. Every time I open my I'm not going to block her, because I just like wouldn't do that. I want to see what the hell she has to say. But, like, every time I open TikTok, I have to hear about this goddamn chicken salad, and I'm just like
have you ever been blocked by any Bravo Lebs?
Lisa Rinna.
Oh,
but when she like I will tell you this, like I really like keep it cool on my page. Like I don't really shit talk people. Like it's not, I just don't like that vibe. Yeah. But when she like separated from Real Housewives, she went through and she blocked really like every Bravo fan account. She's the only one that I know of. I was blocked by Jax, like not blocked by Jax,
we are too.
Like the account, but I was blocked by Jax Taylor, and then I went to Atlantic City, and he was there for like an appearance thing, and he like unblocked me after that. So I was like,
interesting.
Okay, but then I like started posting about him going to like all these like the news that comes out about him. So I wonder if he is gonna block me. I don't know. He's just got a lot. He's got a lot of shit going on. Yeah. But those are the only two that I know of. Like I can't really. I don't think there's really been anybody else. But Lisa Rinna was like, well, damn. Okay, I never did anything to you, but I get. What
I love
she
that.
Did.
I get
what
for
she
you,
did.
though.
Yeah. I know, and then I was like, well, maybe I can go see her like on my personal page, but she must have hit the thing like block all accounts associated with this. So I couldn't even. I can't see anything she does anymore. I can like see her TikToks, but like whatever. I also like don't even care. Like she's not on the show, so like out of sight, out of mind for me.
Totally.
That was fun though. Like I love those games. Like that stuff is literally. I can like live. I live for that stuff. I can always talk about like your favorite shows, like your favorite run-ins with like Bravo Lebs, like all that stuff. Like I love to hear other people's like opinions, and it really is. That was fun. I appreciate that. A couple quick things I kind of just want to hit on with you guys.
Yeah.
It was announced today that Phaedra Parks is going to be on the next season of Dancing with the Stars. What are your thoughts? Are you ready for it? Are you excited? You're just like, what the hell? Like, I want to hear what you guys have to say.
She's so funny. I love her.
She's an entertainer. She's an entertainer. And she is like, I also want to know what poor Sheena is doing today. Can someone check in on Sheena? Is Sheena going to be okay that she didn't?
That is my favorite comment whenever something happens for somebody else. It's always like, oh my God, has anyone checked on Sheena? And it's just so
Sheena should start capitalizing on it and like making TikToks. Like anytime an announcement comes out, she should get to it before the commenters and be like, hi guys, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
It literally is amazing. No, I'm so excited for Phaedra.
And she is going to bring the flair and the sass that we love. Like, if anything, like, even if she's a good dancer or not, she'll get through there a few weeks based on just pure entertainment and energy.
Yeah. Entertainment, energy, fan base. I feel like people 100% are crazy over it. Like, she really is having a moment with obviously Traitors and then Married to Medicine. And then being announced again on season 16 of Real Housewives of Atlanta, and like now Dancing with the Stars. I'm like, damn, she is booked and busy.
Mm-hmm. Her and Ariana, like, what could we get them to do together?
Oh,
we're talking about Ariana in the moment, and it feels like Phaedra's also in that moment of like, moving upwards and almost onwards from their franchises. Like, what could we have for them to do next? I know it's like a totally not a duo we would see together, but like they're doing things. Let's something.
Let's start with getting them both on Watch What Happens Live at the same time.
Let's start with them, a word in.
Right? She wouldn't.
No.
And then, I'm excited. Jenna, what are your thoughts? Are you excited for it?
Absolutely. I actually don't watch Dancing with the Stars though, so it's like, See,
and I usually don't. I'm not one, but I literally would watch last season only when Ariana was dancing, just so I can see her dances. And then I'm like going back to like a rewatch of something else. So I get it, but I'll do the same this season with Phaedra just because I want to see how she does.
It's so funny because I've never watched Dancing with the Stars. I watched Ariana last season, but I got hooked. I was hooked in. Like, I was watching every week. I actually got my husband to like peek an eye over while I was watching. It's a really fun watch. And I don't know if you also know, but Alana Mayer, the women's rugby player who won the bronze, who is also living her moment right now. She's also going to be on Dancing with the Stars. And I have been living for her content. And she was also announced this week too. So
nice. And we have that other Olympian was on there too. Like what was his name? Steven?
Yeah. The gymnast. Yes. The gymnast? Yeah. He's going to be with Riley, who I also adore.
And this isn't even Bravo related, but it's Anna Delvey is on the cast as well. And I'm just like, how the hell doesn't she have a ankle monitor on?
They said she's like in her posed sequin dress.
Yeah.
With her, they didn't even airbrush out her ankle monitor in it. It's in there.
Oh my God.
This is where I saw someone said, make sure that someone's checking on Sheena that they had Anna Delvey over
Sheena Shea. I can't. I love it. I'm surprised that there were not more Bravo people on it, but you know what? It is what it is. I'm happy that we at least have Phaedra. I'm definitely going to watch. Real quick, I know we're coming up on time. I kind of just want to get your thoughts overall on The Real Housewives of Dubai. The finale just aired. We're recording this on Thursday. It just aired last night on Wednesday. No, I lied. Today's Wednesday.
So I was able
on Tuesday.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on the season overall?
I absolutely loved. I loved how it felt so like kind of like surface drama. Like
same.
There was no big divorces, no exploitation, no one's going to jail. I kind of can't stand Caroline Brooks. Like, she just seems really, really vicious.
Mm-hmm.
The whole Lisa and Ayan thing falling apart, like, I'm not loving that, but I do love Caroline Stanbury and Chanel Ayan's friendship.
Same.
So like, I really wish that all three of them could hang out. Like, I wish Lisa didn't have such a stick up her ass about it, because I think the three of them could actually have a really good time. And I am actually really liking, what's her name? Talene, the new girl. I like her.
I like her a lot too.
I like her, and I think they're like, my husband and family seems like rich.
They're like huge in Dubai, apparently. Yeah, they are loaded. I agree. You hit like the nail on the head. I agree with everything that you said about it. I can't wait for the reunion to see like all of this chatter about sugar daddies. And Chanel says that like Lisa had asked her to like tame herself so that way she can shine and sit next to Andy Cohen. Like, it literally has been such a good season, and it was such like a good season to watch before we head into Beverly Hills, Potomac, Salt Lake City, New York, where you know like the craziest of crazy drama is going to come, and then something every single day is going to come out about someone from like any of those casts. But it was really good.
I think the other thing with Dubai too is seeing that landscape that
that's what I was going to say.
Never see.
And the wealth. It's totally different than the wealth we're seeing. Like, even Lisa Vanderpump Rich, they're beyond. And the outfits and it's like a whole other level of what we're actually seeing. Yeah.
I know.
It's crazy.
I love it. Like, the opulence of all of it. Like, I can't get enough of it. And it's kind of like what Beverly Hills was like in the beginning, where they had like these massive, insane like mansions, where it took Adrienne Maloof like so long to walk across the street to see Lisa Vanderpump because our houses were so fucking big. Like I just loved that. So like I never in a million years will I live in a home like that. But like
Whoa, Larry, we're manifesting here on our podcast. That's what we do here. Yeah.
No, I love it. But I'm excited for the reunion. I can't wait for everything to come this fall too. So.
It's going to be fall. Yeah, where are we? We're, like our outlines for the summer, our summer podcasts. I feel like we've been like stretching things together, and come fall,
we're not going to have going to have a moment to like be like, what do we need to talk about? It literally is going to be so full.
There's going to be no catching up in the beginning. That's for sure.
Yeah.
All right, speaking of, we should do this again come middle of the fall.
Absolutely. 100% I do. I want to see
where we're all at on our, who we're liking, who we're not liking, literally. What storylines we're here for.
Yeah, we need to do a follow-up like mid-season of like when I have a feeling they're all going to drop like within the obviously like within like a month of each other, so it is a couple weeks, so it is going to be really good. Guys, I want to thank you so much for coming on. I'm so happy that you guys were my first like guests back from being on summer break. I really do appreciate it. Can you tell the people where to find you, where to follow you, all the things?
Yes, you can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Bonded by Bravo Pod. Like and subscribe to us at Bonded by Bravo on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. New episodes drop every Thursday. And thank you, Larry, for having us.
Thank you so much. This has been great.
Of course, guys. And don't forget to like and subscribe to Bravo by Gays on Apple, Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcasts. And if you have friends that love Bravo, send them the link, invite them to the party, and let's have some fun. I'm so happy that I'm finally back to talk with you guys now weekly, and I will talk to you guys next week. Thanks, girls.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.